We're looking at a huge stack of economic forecasts, AI deployment reports, and labor theory to answer this massive contradiction. Okay, let's unpack this. How can we have robust GDP growth alongside the weakest employment growth since 2020?
It's just a completely lopsided reality. I mean, look at the KPMG data. The top 20% of earners are driving 57%. Yeah, the people at the top are fueling the GDP numbers, mostly riding this massive wave of AI investment, while the bottom 80% are just staring at a stagnant job market.
But that AI investment, it isn't actually translating into new jobs or even, widespread job replacement yet.
What's fascinating here is the ideological split. The Randa report highlights this war between the scaling maximalists who think AI is just going to exponentially automate everything tomorrow and the economic skeptics.
Right, the skeptics who say we're hitting a brick wall in actual deployment.
Exactly. And they have a really strong case because of the mechanics of integration. It's one thing for an AI to draft a perfect legal memo, right? It's another for a legacy banking system from like the 1990s to securely interface with an AI agent to execute a multi-million-dollar transaction across borders.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a nightmare.
The organizational and physical bottlenecks are massive. You've got data silos, security audits, and these strict compliance regulations that literally prevent models from taking over core business functions.
The Annalise Gamble source makes this super clear. These AI agents, they can reason brilliantly, but they fail compliance audits in regulated industries because they can't show a deterministic chain of logic.
Right, they can't show their work.
Exactly. It's like having a genius intern who legally isn't allowed to touch the steering wheel. I mean, it can solve the complex equation, but it can't command the hand to write the answer down.
So companies are caught in paralysis. They're freezing human hiring because they fully expect AI to eventually take over. But they aren't fully replacing workers yet because the AI physically and legally cannot execute the workflows.
I buy the bottleneck argument, I really do, but that doesn't explain the math. Here's where it gets really interesting. If hiring is...
Exactly. And now that break-even level of job creation has plummeted, the unemployment rate looks stable only because millions of older workers are aging out, masking the severe lack of hiring for younger generations entering the market.
Man. So we have a shrinking human workforce today, and companies waiting for AI to overcome its bottlenecks tomorrow. When those integration walls finally fall, how do governments manage an economy where labor isn't the primary engine of production?
If I connect this to the bigger picture, governments are absolutely terrified of losing human income tax revenue. That's where we get into the robot tax models detailed in the source.
Like the robot box concept.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of taxing a physical machine, regulators would basically create a tax boundary around an automated process. So if an AI system replaces an entire accounting department,
the company gets taxed on the equivalent value add that those human accountants previously generated.
right, to fund things like massive retraining or universal basic income.
So, what does this all mean? Because honestly, even if a robot box solves the economic survival piece, that doesn't solve the human problem.
No, it doesn't.
We have to look at experiential matrix theory, or EMT, which argues that human employment isn't just a physical trade of labor for calories. Even with infinite dirt-cheap AI production, we still desperately need employment to fulfill experiential needs.
EMT is an incredibly vital framework for this exact transition.
Yeah, because work provides identity, agency, social friction, and a sense of purpose. We work to feel like we matter to the tribe,
The core logic of EMT is that if the production-centric view of work collapses because AI just does it faster and cheaper, the definition of human labor have to shift.
It becomes entirely about discovering, refining, and expanding human experiences.
Exactly. You aren't just a passive consumer waiting for a basic income check. Society still needs your participation.
It totally changes the whole premise of what a career is.
It does. And this raises an important question to leave you with as you navigate this new reality. If a robot tax successfully funds your basic needs, and AI handles all the physical and cognitive production, what entirely new experiential profession will you invent for yourself when survival is no longer the goal?